Okay, today again we have a conversation session, English conversation. Today these guys have got three different topics. First of all, tell me, what's your topic?
My topic is do you ever?
Do you ever? So it's more grammatical topic, right? Yes?
Yes.
What is your topic?
Sir, have you ever?
Have you ever is mainly
Will you ever?
will you ever. So these are the topics. It seems different from usual topics, but what is your first question?
Sir, my first question, have you ever lost some money?
Yes, I have lost money several times. It is because I'm not very good at managing money. But then I have learned, and now I think I'm very good at managing money, and hopefully I won't lose money in the future. What do you think? Have you ever lost some money? Yes? Do you want to answer?
Yes, I have lost the money. I spent money on my farmhouse.
Farmhouse. Okay.
Yeah,
You have lost it.
I have lost
Like
it.
you have invested money?
Invested money.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Will you ever find true happiness?
Okay. True happiness. I think the God has created us in a way where we could find out a true happiness. But I think most of us are misguided, like we try our best to find out true happiness outside ourselves, like in the world. But I don't think it is true. The true happiness exists inside here, in our inner self. Even it doesn't exist in our mind. It exists in our inner self. Like if you decode or divide the human, you could have a concrete body, abstract soul, and then the inner soul. You have heart and mind, right? But I think the true happiness is there. It exists there in your inner self. If that exists there, if you could use it, cultivate it, then definitely you could not just find out the true happiness here, but you could also spread it out so that other people could also get effects of it. I hope that was the answer.
Yes. Sir. Okay.
Do you want to answer?
I want to ask a question.
Okay. What
Yes.
is your
Sir.
question?
Does life get more complicated the older you become?
Well, for some people, yes, the life becomes more complicated the older they become, because when they are adolescents and small kids like children, they don't take too much care about the world's problem. But with the passage of time, they start taking responsibilities, and then they face too much obstacles while going and working in this world. So definitely for them, the life becomes more complicated. But for me, I have a different opinion. Even if I was, when I was a small kid, I did have small problems. So according to my smallest mentality, I did have problems. So it was complicated for me, but it was also good for me. The conclusion in my mind is the life doesn't become more complicated or less complicated. It doesn't have any association with your age. It only depends upon you, how you see the life, how you react to the different things happening in the world, how you manage it, how you handle it. Like if you are a small kid, definitely you would try to manage the small things, right? But with the passage of time, how do you react to different things is basically the answer. That how it become rather it would become difficult or less difficult for you. And what do you think? Do you think the life becomes more difficult or less difficult the older you become?
I think that the life become more difficult.
Okay.
From the age of 18 to 25.
Yeah.
I think that for me the life become more complicated, sir.
Yes, of course you are right. But this is more cultural inclined answer. Culturally, we understood this concept, like with the age, the life gets more complicated. But if you get out of this cultural content and context and concepts, then there is another. Your own nature is waiting for you. If you see the life naturally, it never gets complicated, or more complicated or less complicated. It totally depends upon how you react to life, how you utilize life. Yeah. What is the other question? Oh, do you want to answer this question?
The life become more complicated if you become older.
Okay.
You take more responsibilities of home,
Okay.
of your own, sir.
Okay.
At
So you also agree with him?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I also agree with him.
Okay.
There is a financial problems, and there is a lot of problems. What we call, sir,
Other obstacles,
obstacle. Educational problems, sir. There is a lot
law
of
and
problems.
order
Laws,
erection,
and
noise problem.
yes, sir. There is a lot of problems when you become an older, sir.
Okay. So what do you think? How would you answer this question?
Well, life is full of difficulties,
Okay.
but if you see them and deal them to come front of this, come out, then you will be feel
You will feel
better.
better. Okay. Yeah. So it totally depends upon you how you react to
React with
life
it.
or the things happening in the life.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Any other question?
Yes, sir. I have another question. Have you had a fight and lost? Have you ever had a fight and lost?
Okay. When it comes to the word fight, there are two aspects of fight. One is the physical fight, concrete fight. Another is abstract fight. Fight of the things which couldn't be seen, right? So I think I had 2 or 3 fights in my life, and I lost all of them physically. And I also fought with myself several times, and sometime I lost and sometime I won. But I think this losing and winning is basically part of the process. And it is part of the process of life, and this process would give us an opportunity to reach to a destination, to get an objective, or reach to a vision, right? So this losing and winning is not basically the actual life, it is the process for actual life. Yeah, what do you think? Do you want to answer this question? Who wants? Do you want to answer?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is your answer?
Sir, there is a lot of fights and lost in
Okay.
life. If you want to achieve your goals, there will be a lot of things occur in your journey and your
Okay,
traveling.
good, of course.
If you are achieving your goals, there will be a lot of fights and loss, sir.
Okay.
You faced a lot of
Yeah,
difficulties.
Do you want to answer this question?
Yes, sir. We are also now fighting with English to how to
This is a fight with
yeah to how to learn it,
Okay.
to how we deal.
Okay. This is also a fight. And do you think like you would lose it or you would win it?
Yeah, inshallah, I will
Win it.
win it.
Okay, good. Yeah. Do you want to answer? Yes.
Yes, sir. We many times we fight and lost fought and lost many things. But I lost some friends that remind me that nothing is permanent in your life. So you will fight and you will lost something.
You will lose.
You will lose something in your life.
Okay. Yeah, sometime you would win and sometime you would lose. It is just a process. You should focus on the vision, not the process. Process would be happening all the time for whatever purpose you want to live your life. Just like he mentioned very rightly, like, we are fighting here. We are learning English. We practice it, and hopefully we will not lose it, right? Yeah. Sometimes it's okay if we do make mistakes. So it seems like we are losing it, but we are also getting to the main objective.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any other question?
Yes, sir. Lust and fight is a part of life,
Part
sir.
of life. But
Yes, sir.
the other question would be asked by other guys. Yeah. Yes.
Sir, will men ever understand a woman?
What is the question again? Repeat it.
Will men ever understand
Will men ever
understand a woman?
women? Okay. Do you want to answer this question? Will men ever understand a woman? Yes? Do you want to answer it?
Yes, I don't
Yeah.
got it, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Will you ever understand a female? Like what she basically wants to say or what basically she likes and dislikes? Will you ever understand a woman?
No, sir. No, sir.
Uh-huh.
I don't understand a woman, sir. I never pass a woman, sir.
Okay.
I never pass a woman.
No, women mean like in
Your
we
mother?
have a lot of different relationships. Mother, sisters, and women in general. A person with whom you might have relationship. So in general, would you? Is it easy for you to?
Yes,
understand
it's easy for me, sir, to understand women.
But
Like my mother, sir.
okay.
If I saw him, and
When
I saw her,
Yeah, when I see her.
when I saw her, sir,
Okay.
and he
She.
he will
Sir,
do the answer, sir. Sir will do, sir.
First you discuss.
Okay, what was the question? Okay, the question is like, will we ever understand a woman? A man will ever understand? It depends upon two aspects. If you want to be realistic with a woman, so definitely you would easily understand her. But if you are not realistic, you would never understand her. She would make some sort of things like. It totally depends upon men. Like for example, if I have something great for a woman, I could easily understand her. There would be no problem, not a single problem. But if I am just time passing or so there will be problems for me then. Even great people in the world, like well-educated people, could never ever understand a woman unless they are very. Because if you are realistic with someone, definitely you would say each and everything clearly. Like, please tell me what is the problem. I would like to listen to it. Like, how do you react? What do you react? And what do you do? For what purpose you do? Be more realistic with me, and definitely I would come up with a conclusion. So I don't think then it would be very difficult. Yes. I hope this was the answer.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other question?
Yes, sir. Sir, will tomorrow be more interesting than yesterday?
If your today is not interesting, your yesterday and your tomorrow has no meaning. The only and only time, the real time which exists in this world, it is the present. So tomorrow and past, I mean yesterday, these are just the human beings created aspects of the real time. I mean, the real time is only now, right now. There is no past, there is no future, but for our ease, we human beings created the two other aspects of the present. So it totally depends upon your present right now. If you are happy, your past and future will be happy. And right now, if you are not happy, if you don't want to be happy, basically happiness is not something to be injected by outside. It is something you, by yourself, in your inner self, you are creating or constructing your own happiness. And your happiness also doesn't have anything with the objective world like money or fame or people or assets. So I think we should focus on the present, and if this is the happiest present for you, we should be thankful for the present. Then your past and future would become automatically happy.
So, how we will create happiness in our mind, sir?
Okay, you cannot create happiness in mind. Mind is also outside of your inner self. Like we think our mind is inside. No, your mind is just a tool. Just like this hand is a tool, eye is a tool, this paper is a tool. All the objective. This is all the objective world. You should understand the two terms. One is the objective world, another is the subjective world. The subjective world exists inside your inner self. It exists inside there.
Sound, sir.
And outside of that inner subjective world, your mind is outside. Your heart is outside. And money is outside. All these outside things are basically different tools to utilize them for your inside world.
Sir, where happiness comes from?
From subjective world, from the inner side, from the inner self.
What is inner side, sir?
This is difficult questions, and some other discussions we will discuss what is inner side. But there are two worlds. One is the objective world, another is the subjective world. In your objective world, your mind, your heart, your fingers, your hands, your money, your home, your asset, all other tools which you can see, all this is basically the objective world. And there are some other tools which maybe you may not see it, but that might also exist outside in the objective world. But what is the subjective world? It is your inner self, and right now it's very difficult to explain it to you. What is the? But subjective world is your inner original self, and
That belongs to soul, sir.
Yeah, soul and spiritually.
yeah, and I think we can discuss it in a different topic, because soul is another topic, and inner self is another topic. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is there are differences. Okay, soul is a different topic, inner self is a different topic, body is another different topic. But I just wanted to tell you that happiness exists there. I mean, the content for happiness exists there in your subjective world, and you use these objective tools to trigger your happiness. Basically, how you will trigger your happiness? You can trigger your happiness by getting money or all these things, right? So there are other ways as well available to trigger your happiness apart from money. So there are great ways, even though those things won't need or won't require any assets or money. That is difficult topic for now. We will ask.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, I have a question. Have you ever done anything illegal?
Well, I don't think we should promote any sort of illegal activities in our society, because there should be laws and order situation in place, because all these things eventually help us manage our world and societies and work together in a good way. So personally, I didn't do anything illegal, which I know, but maybe if I didn't know about something and that was illegal, and if I did it, there is another question. But personally, I try my best not to do anything illegal, because once I start doing illegal things, then I would keep doing it, and it would become part of my life, and then no one would stop me from doing illegal things. So I would suggest every person not to do illegal things, because then it would become a loop in your mind and you would keep doing it. Yes? Any other question? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes? What is it? You can also answer the questions, okay?
Yes, sir.
Whenever you want to answer it, you can ask.
Sir, will we ever live as a okay.
Will we ever?
Equals.
Will we ever live as equal?
Equal.
Will we ever live as equal? Okay. If we look at the life culturally, we will never live equally. But if we look at life naturally, we could live equally. Very simple answer. You got it? Culture is not a bad thing. It is very colorful. But the culture is basically the product of natures. when two or more than two natures interact with each other. Okay, when two. It's okay, not a problem. When. Okay. It's okay. When two or more than two natures interact with each other, they produce a culture. So culture is the product of two natures, two more than two natures. So if you look at the nature, the natural aspect of life, then we could live equally. But if you look at the cultural aspects of life, then we can never live equally.
So, are you smarter than your parents? In what ways?
Well, I'm not smarter than anyone. I'm just smarter for me. My parents are smarter for themselves, right? Like they better understood the way they would live life, like when they were growing and becoming younger, and then they were experiencing the different obstacles or opportunities. So they were smarter at their own time, and I'm smarter at my own time. So I don't think none of us is smarter than other. Yeah, we are just people, and we are just machines, and we are smarter at our own face. Yeah.
Sir, I have a question. Have you ever eaten something quite strange?
Yes, once I haven't eaten quite strange things, but once I have drank a strange thing. And that was, I thought like it is milk. It looks like milk, but it was iodine or pyridine, carbon dioxide, hydrogen were mixed up with the water. Yeah, I think if you mix hydrogen with water, it becomes white, right?
Yes,
The color of it. So I thought it is like milk. So I drank it.
What happened then, sir?
I don't know, but like I just thought like I think I have drank poison.
Strange.
Poison. I thought like I would die, but then still I'm alive. Okay. Any other question? That's it? Or do you want to ask more questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Have you ever met someone you love very angry?
Have you?
Ever met someone you love very angry?
You mean? Let me ask you the see. Have you ever had? Have you ever eaten? Have you ever made?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever made them? Huh? Okay. Ask this question again.
Have you ever met someone you love very angry?
Well, I think if you love someone, you could only and only make them angry because there is association with that person to whom you love. So yes, unfortunately, it happened several times. I loved many people in my life, and I made them angry several times, and they did the same thing with me. But it's okay. I think it is part of the life, and with the passage of time, we should realize and understand. Like our next move should not be making angry any other person, and especially the loved one. So we should get a lesson from it, and we should not make them angry. Yes. When you want to finish, then we can finish, right?
Okay. Now, what is healthier, eating food or getting exercise?
What is healthier, eating food or getting exercise? I think both of them are important because I have seen on one hand people are eating too much food but they do not take exercises. It would mean like this is a one side or one way traffic, right? If you do eat food, definitely you need a sort of exercises. Like for physical body, you would need physical exercises. For mental exercises, you would need other sort of exercises. I mean activities to do. So I do think like eating food is basically a sort of energy. And whenever you get some energy, then there is a need of utilizing that energy properly. And if you need to utilize it properly, definitely you need to do exercises. Either if there is mental exercise, emotional exercise, or physical exercise, or any other sort of exercise. Yes. You got it? Both of them are important.
Sir, will you ever run out of dreams?
I think every person dreams, and no one would ever run out of their dreams, because dreams are basically a way which could show us a window, or a window of success. So I think we would run out of dreams when there are too much obstacles. But on the other hand, we could also manage the obstacles sometime. If we cannot destroy the obstacles, we could change our paths, and could go left or right, or up and down, or we could stay for some time. But we should also all the time chasing our dreams. We should chase them all the time. It is part of life. Finished? Yes. Okay. Ask the last question. Yes.
Sir, have you ever broken bone? Have you ever?
Yes, I have broken my bone once. I was playing in a football match, and one of my best friend, he was basically, he hit me on my leg, and it was an accident. But because of that accident, I have broken my leg. I mean, I broke a bone. So that was quite disturbing, and since then I have never played in any sports or games. I think it is enough. Yes. Okay, thank you very much. This was a conversation. There were some interesting questions. Hopefully it was interesting for you. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.